Yes, I said it. Don't solely depend on another person, especially if the person is an opposite sex. I said what I said. Don't solely depend on that person. It makes you very... Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time seeing this beautiful face, please don't make it your last by clicking the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you end up loving it. And if it's not your first time, welcome back. Hi my loves. I'm so happy to actually do this again. How you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing okay. Alright guys, so from the title of today's topic, fam, I've always wanted to do this topic. I feel like there are like loads of topics I've always wanted to talk about, and I've just been very reluctant to actually putting them out here. So for this one, I see a lot of things. I see a lot of people. I see them trying so hard to be stuff, and I just feel like, yo, this is the right time to actually do this and put this out there. So guys, or rather my ladies, are you a baby girl or are you a boss babe? Right? So let me, before I go deep into this topic, let me just give my own definition, or the best way I can explain both terms, like to my own understanding. And like I always tell you guys, whatever I say here is not they're not imposed, they're just my own ideas and how I see these topics. All right, so for the baby girl, I would say a baby girl is somebody that wants to live that soft life, wants to have that glow up, and is living for the moment, like living for literally just that moment. While a boss babe is all of that, like the old baby girl characteristics, but still plans for the future, still makes efforts to plan for the long term. All right, do you guys understand what I'm saying? So like the baby girl is all of the characteristics I said: soft life, glow up, enjoy life, have this money, spend this money. But baby girl is for the moment, like just right now. I just want to do this right now. I want to live my life for right now, right? While the boss babe does all of this baby girl things, but still thinks about the long term, thinks about what happens after this moment. All right, so I don't know what your definition for these terms are. I don't know what your own definitions are, but these are my own definition, and that's how I see it. All right, so like you see people living for the moment and then trying to do all sorts for the moment. Trust me, it is fine. I am totally cool with it, but where it comes to an issue for me is what happens after this moment. Like what does everybody do after this moment? Like what do we do next, right? Like after this moment, what next? Because I mean, yes, everybody's living for the moment, everybody's having fun, everybody's partying and all of that, but what happens after the party? Like I don't understand. Like something has to happen afterwards. So what happens afterwards determines if you're actually a boss babe or you're just a baby girl. And don't get me wrong, like I said earlier on, being a baby girl is fine. I mean, if you're watching this and you're probably in your teenager, trust me, it's fine. Enjoy the moment. Like they say, allow babies be babies. If you want to be that baby girl because you're still in your teens, trust me, it is fine. But for somebody like me, like I said in my last, I think my last sit down conversation, or rather video, I said that I'm going to be doing some series or some episodes of things you should do or not do, or things you should learn in your 20s. So this is me just doing another episode of what you should do or not do in your 20s. All right, so for somebody like me, I'm 28. I have like just 2 more years to clock 30. I can't be all about the baby girling alone, right? If you guys understand what I'm saying, I want to have fun, I want to live that soft life, I want to have that glow up, but there is more to actually doing than all of those things. So I'm like in a particular age and time that I have to make other decisions, I have to make other choices, I have to live mindfully and intentionally. All right, I hope you guys understand me. I'm trying so hard to not be serious with what I'm saying, but fam, like, I feel like you reach a particular age in life and you just have to switch. Like, you have to make that switch. Still do your baby girl thing, still party, still live that soft life, but it should just be more to your existence than just that. All right, so guys, before you guys get this point, I feel like you need to understand what I'm actually talking about. That's why I had to take time out to explain what I mean, because I don't want anybody coming to chase me that I'm saying something I shouldn't. Like I said earlier on, these are just my own thoughts, my own ideas. All right, guys, so without wasting much time, let me just go into the points I'm going to be sharing on how to be a boss babe, basically how to be a boss babe. Because right now I'm not going to talk about how to be a baby girl, because being a baby girl is is easy, it's soft life and the glow up, of which I've actually discussed in most of my videos. So I'm just going to explain how to be a boss babe, like the kind of things you should do, the kind of and all of that, to actually becoming a better person. So basically, being a boss babe is a baby girl, but still having a sense of value, sense of self-improvement. All right, I think that's like the best definition I have for being a boss babe. Like, you're a baby girl, but still having a sense of self-improvement. All right, guys, so I'm going to be sharing a few tips or a few points on how you can actually achieve that. If you're in your early 20s, good for you. You have like enough time to actually working on being a boss babe. If you're like me and you have just 2 years to being 30, it's still fine. And like I said, there's little or no excuse for not wanting to do the right thing. All right, so I mean, we still have like 2 years to be boss babes. That's if you've not started your journey. So before I share this point, if you're watching this and you've not subscribed, honestly, I don't know why you're here. You're supposed to have subscribed, join the community. Alright, guys, so subscribe to the channel and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So without wasting much time, guys, let's jump right into this point. The point I'm going to be sharing is the appearance. Like, I feel like your appearance is like the first thing you should even put into consideration. All right, so yes, it's fine. I feel like it's fine to look sexy, look ratchet sometimes if you want to. It's fine, but be very conscious of what you're wearing. All right, so you know, when you wear outfits, and so this is for the ladies. All right, so I mean, I'm free to say anything super girly here. All right, so if you know, when you wear stuff and then you have your panties showing, or sides of your panties here and there, or the lines of your panties showing here and there, and you be like, oh, I can always adjust it, I can always do it. No, please stop wearing those kind of outfits, because they just make you look very trashy. Yes, trashy. There's nothing baby girl or there's nothing bossy about that. You just have to scrap those kind of outfits. If you're watching this and you have those kind of clothes in your wardrobe, please just can burn them. Like, don't even give them out, just burn them, because they just speak trash, they just speak cheap, they just speak ratchet, like completely ratchet, like a mess. All right, so if you have clothes that show your panties here and there, maybe because there's some holes or there's some losing parts, or it's just how those fabrics or those dresses or outfits are, you need to just trash them. Like, right now, just trash them. That's the first thing to even do. All right, then, like I said in some of my videos, there's some outfits you wear that just make you seem cheap. I think I did a video on how to look expensive on a budget, or how to slay on a budget. I think I have a video like that. Yeah, I think so. So you can just watch it and see the kind of outfits you should actually wear. All right, so your appearance alone already just tells people who you are, or what you're all about. All right, so like, before I go forward, I feel like I should explain that even if you don't have a business, all right, you should see yourself, you should learn to actually see yourself as a brand. All right, like, this is me, I am Debbie Black. All right, so I want people to, what do I want people to say about Debbie Black? How do I carry Debbie Black? What does Debbie Black depict? All right, so you need to make that conscious effort to know that you are a brand. If you don't even have a business, just go by your first name. Like, I am this, I want to be known for this. All right, so if I'm Debbie Black and I want to be seen I want people to see me as somebody that is very detailed or pays attention to details, or someone that loves aesthetics or luxury and all of that. Trust me, fam, I won't be caught wearing tattered clothes. I won't be caught with rough hair. I won't be caught with looking shabby and the likes. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So your appearance alone already tells people what you're bringing to the table, or who you are, or what you entail, basically. All right, so make conscious effort to ensure that your appearance already tells people your personality, already tells people your kind of person, already tells people your charisma, basically. All right, so your appearance is very key. Like, work on how you appear, work on how you carry yourself. Apart from your outfit, how you carry yourself is another thing to actually note. All right, so that's pretty. So next one I'm going to be talking about is, I know some people are going to have like different opinions about this, but like I said, I've always wanted to talk about this, and I just feel like this is the right time. So the next point I'm going to be sharing is the kinds of friends you keep. You know, growing up, and our parents give us this adage, or this, is it adage, this proverb that show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Yes, guys, that adage, so to speak, never goes out of style, because the kind of friends that you keep determines the kind of person you're going to be, fam. You can't even doubt it, because whether you pay attention to it or it just happens unconsciously, if you keep a company of I'm trying so hard not to use any offensive word, but you guys understand what I'm saying. The kinds of friends you keep will determine what or how your lifestyle is going to be, basically. All right, so if you keep friends, or if you make friends with people that love to party, people that live for the moment, and you're trying to be a boss babe, that is not going to work. Like, this is me speaking practically. That is not going to work, because so if you want to pick friends, or you want to make friends with people with like minds like yours. It depends on why you're making friends. All right, people make friends for different reasons. Okay, so I might be with you because I know that you always have something sensible to say in conversations, and that might just be my only reason for being friends with you. All right, so like when it comes to hanging out, I probably will not even think of calling you to it and all of that. So it depends on why you're making friends with somebody. But while making friends with somebody for whatever reason, just be sure to know that you're choosing these friends because they have like similar things. Like, they already know the kind of person you want to be, and they probably have one feature or the other to offer. And be sure that as you're trying to make friends with somebody because of the feature they have to offer, be sure that you're bringing something to the table too. Because you can't just have a empty head and be looking for people that have loads of things. Trust me, it won't even work, because before you know it, they will just leave you, right? So be sure you have something to actually offer to people. That's why I said, be sure to make friends with people with similar minds like you, people that think almost in the same direction as you do. All right, because it's almost impossible to find somebody that thinks the exact same way that you think. So just make sure that whatever friends you're making with people, it's something similar to what you want to be, or your brand, like I said earlier on. Alright, so for somebody like me, I'm very picky with my friends, and I'm a very friendly person to start with, but it doesn't mean that like everybody's my friend. Like, I mean, I could go on and on with you for days, for weeks, and we're still on a very cordial level. I'm not going to bring us some attitude, or we're just there. Alright, like I really do not even know so much about you, and I don't even want to know. That's because I probably know that you're not in sync with me. When making friends, you have to network, so to speak, or just go for gatherings for that in line with what you want to be in life, that in line with your brand. So right now I'm going to be using the word brand. So when I say brand, I'm talking of you as a person. Alright, so if you want to make friends, you know that, oh, this is who I want to be, or this is what I want to be. You won't like say for somebody like me, like I don't like loud music. Alright, so if I want to make friends, I don't even care if the person I need to know is probably at a club at the moment. I will not be found at a club. So if for some reasons I still need to meet that person, I am so sure we would meet somewhere else. Like I said earlier on, that you meeting somebody could be for one reason or the other. So I might meet that person at a different gathering because for some reasons that person has a similar mind as I do, or rather like I do. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. All right, so make connections, like relate with people, go to gatherings that are in sync or in line with what you want to be or what your brand wants to be. All right, and the next point is also in line with the previous one I just said, and that's the kind of environment you're spotted in. Okay, so like that's a very I'm trying so hard not to offend some people here, right? So the environment you find yourself in, you have to be very, very cautious of it. All right. So you know that that saying that was viral, or that post that was viral, of if you're not invited, you don't go. This time around, if you're invited and you need to ask questions. Like if you're inviting me for a party, for example, I'm going to ask you like, okay, where's the venue first? I mean, because you just have to know the venue, because where are you going to? You know the venue one, and then you ask, okay, who is coming, who is not coming, who is coming, what kind of setting is the place? Do you understand? So for somebody like me, like I said previously, I don't go to clubs because I really do not like loud music. So if you're inviting me for a party and you're telling me it's in a club, that's a big no for me already. All right, I'm not saying clubs are bad, because I don't go to clubs because I don't like loud music. You might go to the club because you like it. All right, so I'm not discriminating, or I'm not shaming or saying anything bad about going to clubs. All right, but I'm just saying, know the kind of environment you're going to. Like, be very sure that this environment is what you actually want to do. All right, do you understand what I'm saying? So if you're going somewhere, be sure to know the venue, know the kinds of people, because the kinds of people that you meet with can either mar or ruin you. No jokes. All right, so they can either mar you, they can make you, or they can even. So know the environment you're going to, know the kinds of people that you're going to meet there. If you're going for a party, if you're going for a gathering, if you're going for events, know the kind of people, the kinds of people that are going to be there. Know the kind of gathering it is. If it's something that goes in line with your brand, if it's something your brand shouldn't be found in. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to move on from that idea or that mindset of, I don't want this person to be angry because I'm not attending. Fam, bro, guy, girl, whoever is listening to this right now, you need to learn to feel comfortable with turning down invitations. Yes, you need to, because at the end of the day, it's just you and you alone in this your own game. All right, so if something doesn't go in line with you, if an invitation doesn't sit well with you, doesn't go well with your brand, I mean, what are you doing there? Why do you have to be there? All right, so be sure that environments that you're going to are places that would promote your brand. All right, that would promote your person, that will promote your existence. All right, don't be found in very, very controversial places, in some very trashy places. I mean, what's a boss babe doing in those kind of places? We don't do that. So this fourth point that I'm going to be sharing, and I know some people are going to break my head, but I'm still going to share it regardless. So this next point is your spending habits. Your spending habits. You guys, hold on, let me explain what I'm talking about. So when I say your spending habits, I know it's fine to live the soft life, it's fine to go out, have fun, self-care, me time, and all of that. It is fine to actually do those things, but you have to do it in line with your savings, in line with your income. Don't go overboard. Like if you want to do something, say over 50,000 naira and the salary is probably 70,000 naira. What are we doing? Why are we doing that? All right, there. It doesn't make sense actually. So you need to learn how to spend wisely, in as much as you want to actually live that soft life, in as much as you want to be that baby girl. All right, you need to spend wisely. All right. Like I said earlier on, that the difference between a baby girl and a boss babe is a boss babe actually thinks for the long term, what happens after the baby girling. All right, so you spending wisely makes you actually know that you're actually thinking for the future. All right, I'm not saying I spend well, because I mean sometimes I can be very very somehow with my spendings, but trust me, like I said, nobody's perfect. We're all working on ourselves, and I'm also working on mine. All right, so spend wisely. And then the clause I'm going to add to this is, don't solely depend on another person. All right. Yes, I said it. Don't solely depend on another person, especially if the person is an opposite sex. I said what I said. Don't solely depend on that person. It makes you very, I'm not going to use any word, but it just makes you look like you are not even sure of your existence. Like, I'm not saying you don't depend on your partner or your spouse or whatever, or the opposite sex, but don't make it be like that's your sole reason of existence. All right, have something for yourself to actually look forward to. Okay, it's okay when the opposite sex or somebody else decides to do something for you. That's fine, trust me, that's really, really good. But don't make it look like you're going to die if the person doesn't do it for you. No, that's why you're a boss babe. Like, you should actually have something else to live for. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't make it look like if this person doesn't do this for you, you're going to die. No, it's not possible. A boss babe doesn't do that. All right, so you spend wisely, have savings. All right, so when I say have savings, I'm not saying you should have like 2 million, 3 million, because at the end of the day, our means of income are different. All right, so just make sure you have like a reasonable amount of savings, have a consistent savings. All right, so that if at the end of the day you have nobody to actually sort you out in some stuff, I mean, you're never left stranded. All right, and even if you're stranded at some point, because I mean, this is Nigeria, who are we kidding? Sometimes you're literally stranded and you need some fun. That's why I said the kinds of friends you keep determines what your brand is going to be like. That's why you have to keep reasonable friends. All right, I just like the fact that everything I'm saying is interwoven and all of that. So I hope I've not broken anybody. I hope I've not broken anybody's head with what I've said. But guys, spend wisely, have a good spending habit. All right, don't solely depend on somebody, in quotes, the opposite sex, for money or for fun. I feel like some people are going to break my head after they see this video, but that's fine. I already said my 2 cents. Yeah, I said what I said. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, I think I shared like 4 points thereabouts. Yes, because I feel like those are like the key things that actually distinguishes a baby girl from a boss babe. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you have any other additions, please drop it to the description box or in the comment section rather. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and turn on your post notification so you can always be aware of my videos. Till I see you guys again, bye.